The efficiency for you as a quarterback, and we've seen that in the past. The previous first two games of the season, you were efficient with your completion percentage. But this past week, the yards and the touchdowns were coming out there. For you as a quarterback, what's it like throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns?
You know, it was a great game. It was a great feeling. I definitely think that it's sum of all. You know, the offensive line giving me time to pass, and receivers getting open. You know, and our running backs running the ball so well that opens up the passing routes, and we get the defense to think run, and we burn them with the pass. So, as a whole, as a group, it feels great. So
another game, another touchdown connection between you and Victor Spencer. Talk about that chemistry between you and Spencer. How do you guys manage to pull off this touchdown pass every week so far?
It's a lot of the off-season time that we spend together. Throwing routes, and we're from the same Sacramento area. We know each other. We know quite a bit about one another. So it's nice to have a good connection with him, and on a weekly basis find each other, and he finds the way to the end zone. So it's great.
And you had a good game, but Nick Riccioli got the honors as the Red Line Player of the Week.
Absolutely.
So far. 200 yards on the ground. How much easier does he make your job when he's running the ball like that?
Well, it's great. When he's running the ball very well, and defenses they can key in on him and pack in the box. That gives us one-on-one opportunities with receivers. So it's great that Nick is having the success that he is, and definitely having him as a running back, any of our running backs, but having Nick as our running back and getting 200+ yards is really helping upset the pass.
So you mentioned the pass. Bryson Hodges had a good game as well, and you have Riccioli, Hodges, and Daniel Wyatt. As threats, what does it do for your game when you have those guys who can run the ball well?
Like I said, it does. Having the defenses is key on that, and expect that first. I think most people will probably think run before they think pass, just because of the numbers so far this season. It's really going to help us, I think, in the long run.
You guys headed for the first road trip of the year to Utah this week. Dixie State ranked pretty highly in defense. What do you know about them? What have you guys seen out of them so far?
From what we've seen a defense that's similar to multiple defenses that we face, our own defense and other ones in the league as well. So we'll just try to find the weaknesses in the defenses that we can, the mismatches, and take advantage of them.
So, you guys undefeated so far, moved up number 10 in the rankings. So there's definitely a target that's on your back. You go into a different arena than your own. How much emphasis gets put on it, and cutting down the mistakes and playing your guys' best game, really?
Well, it's huge. We're going to be going, traveling a very long way. We'll be probably a little tired. It's going to be hot there. That area, they're probably very excited about their team being 2-0 in conference as well, and a couple of big wins. So it'll be a hostile environment. It'll be very important for us to maintain focus. Not have so many penalties, personal fouls, things like that. So that's what we look forward to. Just getting ready this week and going into a hostile environment.
Coaches always talk about decision making when they talk about quarterbacks. Is that something that kind of comes naturally, or that you can develop, make progress in?
It's definitely something you develop, I would say. From where I was standing, a year ago, or even in the spring, and then coming into this fall, I think that is something that you work on over, in the off season to prepare for it in the game, and just making, smart decisions, not forcing it, not too much with the ball. Just have a plan and execute the plan.
That's great. Thanks.